Do you remember when Visa cards first came out? You were used to paying with cash or with a check, and then a Visa came out. It was this weird payment system that you didn't understand. And she said, yeah, I remember that. Well, Bitcoin is just the next evolution of another payment system.
Brace yourself, Nakamoto was the foundation. What up, guys? It's your boy Nakamoto Crypto here, and today we have got a prominent Bitcoin whale predicts a mass altcoin extension ahead of the next BTC rally. Now, this guy made a name for himself by ranking at the top of the Bitfinex trading leaderboard. He says that he believes that a massive altcoin purge will happen before the next BTC leg up. In a new tweet, Trader Joe 007 says that the alt season predicted by many is not on the horizon. Quote unquote, he reckons, my view is that SHIT coin's mass extension event will likely precede the next Bitcoin rally. Make of it what you will. The crypto strategist is also bearish on the king cryptocurrency Bitcoin in the short term. He is predicting a massive stakeout that rivals the C-19 pandemic sell-off in March. A lot of people are expecting a down leg, yes, but the question is, are they prepared to buy into a real dump like a repeat of early March or worse? He says that so many people complain about the lack of halving rally. This really baffles me. There was like 150% BTC price appreciation since mid-March up to the mid-May halving. Did you guys miss it or something? So despite his short-term outlook on BTC, Joe says he remains a long-term bull on the dominant cryptocurrency. So he still believes in BTC, stating that, quote unquote, if I thought BTC would go to zero, why would I accumulate it and keep a net long position at all times? So the Bitcoin market is a relentless tug of war between actors who wants to use Bitcoin to accumulate fiat profits and actors who wants to use fiat or fiat substitutes to accumulate BTC. So that's how it has been in a while. So this OG in the game is not bullish on alternative coins. So we've seen a big horizon on the 2017 rally, but every time BTC goes right up, the altcoins follow it. So yes, the BTC dominance is dropping, but still it is the king. Bitcoin is the mother. It has been the king since day one. So according to this guy, he is a Bitcoin maximalist. Bet on BTC. That's what he is saying. Bet on BTC in the future, because most of these alts will vanish pretty much. Well, this, maybe we all might not agree with him, but there are some truth with it. Some of these altcoins, I mean, given their use case and everything, people are not really using them out there in the real world. So are they good for us in the future? Next, we have got the Philippines SEC warns against crypto Ponzi schemes. So they warn us against an investment scheme, including one based on the Ethereum blockchain, and it says it is a Ponzi scheme. The Securities Exchange Commission of the Philippines warned the public against individuals and groups engaged in unauthorized crypto investments and trading, according to an announcement on July the 1st, stating that those who were involved in crypto schemes could face a fine or a 21-year imprisonment or both. It explained that a maximum fine of 5 million or an imprisonment of 21 years or both awaits those who act as salesmen, brokers, dealers, or or agents of entities engaged in unauthorized investment schemes. Bayanihan, to heal as one act, also punishes those participating in cyber incidents that make use or take advantage of the current crisis arising from the C-19 outbreak to prey on the public through scams, phishing, fraudulent emails, or other similar acts. The projects are being warned. The Philippine authorities also listed 3 unauthorized crypto Ponzi schemes, one of which uses a protocol based on the Ethereum blockchain, 4Sage, Rcash Online, and the St. John of Jerusalem Knights of Malta Foundation of the Philippines, and all of these areas. So the SEC is raining down on these guys. So according to the Philippines SEC, both 4Sage and Rcash Online lack the necessary licenses to operate. Hence, they are not allowed to take investments from the public or issue investment contracts or other forms of securities. 4Sage, the Philippines SEC said, is a crowdfunding platform based on the Ethereum blockchain. An active income is generated depending on the number of referrals and membership fees someone gathers. Since it provides smart contracts, the Philippines SEC noted 4Sage then provides an investment contract that has to be approved by the regulator. 4Sage is also not in the list of virtual currency exchanges registered in the Philippines Central Bank. So St. John of Jerusalem, on the other hand, of Malta Foundation, although it was registered with the SEC, it did not comply with its reportorial requirements and was revoked over 17 years ago. Wow. 17 years ago, guys, this company was revoked. So as Ponzi as it gets, all 3 warning projects have one thing in common. They are all Ponzi schemes by nature, according to the statement. Other than lacking the necessary licenses, 4Sage compensation plan resembles a Ponzi scheme where investors are paid using the contribution of new investors. So Rcash Online relies heavily on recruiting members in exchange for high monetary rewards rather than selling products. The SEC warned that if a company registration has been revoked, such as St. John's of Jerusalem Knights of Malta Foundation, other than the purpose of liquidation, other than activities are illegal, guys. Companies from Malta or Central Asia claiming to be brokerage firms and come and trade with us, and you just have to deposit 250 euros and we can make you rich. We can give you 10-20% per week or something like that. And they'll ring you in the middle of the night and let you know that, yo, right now the price of oil is trading for such and such, and if you just put in $1,000 you can make this much real quick gains. I never did invest in those things, but yeah, finally somebody's doing something about it. All of these illegal Ponzi schemes. But yo, one of them happens to be built on top of the Ethereum blockchain. It is one of the DeFi coins. So be extremely careful with decentralized finance. I mean, some of the DeFi projects that you are getting into, make sure you do your due diligence, research, and find the right ones to get into. Otherwise, you just might lose it all. Be extra careful, because back in 2017 there were no warners. People were getting into the wrong coins all the time. People were buying BitConnect, People were getting into laser online, giving them their Bitcoins and Ethereums, and to never, only for those websites to vanish, never to be seen again, with billions of dollars and so many victims who have lost so much. So be extremely careful. I have a feeling that during this next bull run, everybody's talking about DeFi. Although it is legit, the concept is great, everybody's building it on top of the Ethereum blockchain, but be extra careful with some of those coins. Because according to the SEC in the Philippines, one of these companies is just getting people to refer the product to other people so that they can make more. So they're just using the newcomers' money to pay the people who are already involved. So that is a pure definition of a pyramid scheme. Beware. Next, we have got Mr. Kanye West, yes, stated that he is running for the US presidential election this year in 2020, taking on Donald Trump and Mr. Joe Biden. Now, Ye has been an advocate of Bitcoin for a while. So this could be a good thing for the crypto community. He might just put us on the spotlight right then and there. He holds Bitcoin himself, and he has been an advocate of BTC. Even Cardano's Charles Hoskinson stated himself that if he wins, Cardano's gonna create a token, call it the Kanye West coin or something like that. They're going to airdrop it to all of the ADA holders. Wouldn't that be something right then and there? Lastly, we have got Bitcoin is the new Apple. So how BTC's price could reach $60,000 by the end of 2023. So Bitcoin hangs near the chasm of the adoption curve, and its price looks familiar to Apple's stock back in 2008 before it broke out with a 520% rally, guys. So Bitcoin is being compared to Apple back in 2008 according to this article. So in 1962, sociologist Everett Rogers published the well-known book Diffusion of Innovation, in which he classified consumers in the following 5 groups: innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. So since its creation, the above chart has become a widely used among many industries, although new technologies have better synthesized such a research. The graphic flawlessly describes how each group's psychological profile reflects on consumers' habits and how they approach innovative products and services. On the most important areas to note in the clear breaking point as the chasm. So this is how he designed it. Early adopters, innovators, 2.5% early adopters, 13.5% early majority, 34%, and late majority, 34%. And lastly, the skeptics, the laggards, they are always 16%. So skeptics always come in last. So he gives an example of the smartphone growth and Bitcoin versus Apple. So recent polling shows that 11% of Americans own BTC, which is the same level as smartphone penetration back in 2008. Similar trends can be found in the price volatility and the correlation between Bitcoin and the S&P 500. Yo, does BTC and the S&P 500 go hand in hand? That is the question of the day. So Apple investors who fled in 2008 due to the stock price volatility 20% drops in value, or the mainstream adoption uncertainties that lay ahead are likely quite regretful now. This is because AAPL shares skyrocketed 520% over the next 3 years to reach $78 in early 2012. So if you put in money in Apple back in 2008, you would have been filthy rich 4 years later. A similar growth outcome for Bitcoin would drive its price to $59,900, amounting to a $1.1 trillion market cap by 2023. Of course, to many that sounds incredibly reasonable. A potential $1 trillion valuation for Bitcoin represents only 10% of gold's 11 trillion total market capitalization. Although it might seem like an impossible figure, it is a mere 3% of the current global supply of banknotes, coins, and checking deposits. Wow. So BTC has the potential to 500x right now as we speak. So they compared it to the Apple stock, but the crypto market is crazy. As highly and volatile as it is, it can go up just as fast as it can come down. Market fluctuation. So can BTC reach $59,000 by the year 2023? Can BTC skyrocket 3 years from now? On that note, thank you for all of those who listened to my Cardano song. It was just a parody. It was just for fun. I have like a home studio and I like writing and recording songs. It was just for fun. And on that note, if you like the content, please don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe. I've been your boy Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Best performing asset in the last 10 years.
True.
Look into crypto, we need volunteers. No need to tiptoe, it won't disappear. Do your research, history made it clear.